it's like as if all the have taken 2 years to come to, and now in the committee of the whole stage, it is like there is no house. Because if they can be done, presidents already said, I do not have the majority. We have to from the executive.
What's your point of order, Honorable?
Chair, I know you're up to the task. You're able to defend the chair, and it is not in my interest to controvert what the Honorable Rahim is saying, where it has gotten. And I can understand the frustration of Honorable Rahim. Must have been prepared long before we prepared the 4 critical, can be in the time that we process the bills, but not in the process of these reservations become provided by this bill, already covered by other laws that we have made post facto after this bill came to the House. And so I think the justifications by the President are right. There is no wrongdoing in the lawmaking process. I think this House has its place and the President has his place. I thank you very much, Chair.
The Honorable Tiende Amolo. Please give him the mic. On your left.
I think that the Honorable Dawood, while right in his was here as a House, we have the discretion to override. Now, if we were so convicted, we have raised 2/3 before. If we are so convicted, there has been a mistake to make observations. And those observations can only be overridden by have usually, in my view, that is what ought to be addressed. But in substance, I sympathize with.
So the justifications for this, Tier 1, this bill has been carried from last parliament. I was in the other chair, we had notified some terms like e-health. But when we made clarified that defined e-health, so there is no need of saying that e-health will be included in treatment of cancer because it's already taken care of. Chair, when the President's comment, because already in the executive order that places functions in the Ministry of Health, the National Cancer Institute is in order, Chair.
Very well. Finally, the Honorable Undo.
Chair, I sincerely to associate the sentiments with Honorable Dawood. Article 1 was routinely abused by subsequent presidents to actually assume to the members of parliament in totality. Honorable Speaker, observation, but not as a written text that must be adopted by this House. That is a complete abuse of the powers of parliament, usurpation of the powers of parliament, and asking the president, taking up the powers that has not donated to him. We must call the president to order this abuse of the due process. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Well, I was closing it there, but I have given Honorable Murungara.
Thank you very much. To do is to return the bill with its reservations. Then you are told if the House does not agree with those reservations, it requires 2/3 to overturn the reservations. What the President does is to put the reservations in writing, and reservations is a form of reasoning. Then it ends with a recommendation. He does not say this is what you have to do, but he recommends you do it. And unfortunately, it is the letter and spirit of our Constitution which is to blame, because we actually enacted that once the President does this, you require a 2/3 to overturn those reservations and recommendations. So our hands are tied in that we have given the head of the executive through a constitutional provision to actually almost disagree with us and by a form of a law. And there is nothing we can do it until the day we will marshal the numbers, amend that provision. So he does not have to do what he is doing. But
well.
our hands are tied. We have it.
Very well, honorable members. This is a constitutional matter. You vividly remember during the 12th Parliament, it raised so many questions, but now we have since understood what should go on, and the honor stand with the House that you can raise the 2/3 majority, or equally you can amend the laws because it's this House that makes the law. Let me proceed to now put the question. I now put the question that clause 4 be deleted as recommended by that clause 4 be deleted as recommended by His Excellency the President. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover. Give me the mic. The mover.
Close to. We've not dealt with clause 2.
Do we close
To the close, I think we should move to clause 2 now.
Close to.
No, because that is the order with which they appear. On definitions, we go to substantive, then we go to definitions.
Honorable Murungara, clause 2 had been handled. That's what I'm very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Speaker. I now do move that
Proceed.
the House does agree with the President's reservations as contained in the paper and to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022.
So we are here.
And I do ask Honorable Chair for administration to second.
Order. Yes. Is the Honorable now Wako in the House? Proceed to report.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendation to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments, therefore delete all substantive clauses of the bill.
Honourable members, now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, and its approval thereof, without amendments, therefore deleting all substantive clauses of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We now move to the next bill. That is the consideration of the President's reservation to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023.
New clause 2A proposed by the President.
Mover.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I'd like to move that the new clause 2A contained in the order paper be read a second time.
Very well, let me ask.
Yes, because it's a new clause altogether.
Order, let me ask Honorable Murungara and Honorable Naomi Wako to come to approach the table. Very well, we have made Murungara, you are the one who is proceeding.
Honorable, and the justification is due to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act by inserting the words shark, stonefish, where wildlife for which, if they cause death or injury to any person, compensation may be paid to that person under Section 25(1) of the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act. Considerations arising from the proposed amendment include the inclusion of marine life under Part A of the 3rd schedule to the Act, introducing new complexities in the verification of claims arising from death or injury occasioned by the marine life, owing to the inherent difficulty in preserving and securing the locus quo of such incidents. That's why we now propose the amendments that the composition of the County Wildlife Conservation of the Act is not sufficiently constituted to address claims arising from marine-related incidents by reason of the absence of specialized. It is therefore necessary to review and appropriately augment the committee's composition to enable the competent consideration vacations the new clause 2A being introduced. Thank you.
That the new clause A, as proposed.
Mimi nakubaliana na kwanza kumpongeza rais kwa kukumbuka wavuvi, Mheshimiwa Chair. Tumeona wengi walikuwa wakihudhuriwa na wanyama wanafidiwa, lakini wavuvi wetu ambao kwamba ndio shamba letu, bahari ndio shamba letu, walikuwa wameachwa nyuma. Kwa hiyo mimi nataka nimshukuru rais sana kwa kuweza kukumbuka wavuvi wa pwani na sehemu zingine, akidhuruka baharini anaweza kupata ile compensation, na mimi naisupport. Asante.
Honorable members, I now put the question that new clause A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now, that new clause 2A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Give me the mic. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Wildlife and Management National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023 and its approval thereof without amendments. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Quite interesting, honorable members. As you have seen in this second one, the House is agreeing with the President. And yes, you need to take note of that. Thank you. Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024. But before that, honorable members, let me acknowledge this afternoon in the public gallery, Ololulunga Boys School from Narok constituency, Narok County. On behalf of the substantive speaker, myself and this House, we want to welcome you to this House. And let me allow the honorable member from Narok, if she's in the House, to welcome the boys. Please give honorable member the microphone. There's a microphone on your left.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chair, may I take this opportunity to welcome the students from Ololunga Secondary School, Narok County, to this House where we make laws. Mheshimiwa Speaker, in this place, when these students come, they learn a lot because they are the future leaders. And this is the time they get to know their leaders sit. Honorable Speaker, I welcome them, plus other students from the entire country. Mheshimiwa Speaker, Ololunga Secondary School is a school from Narok South, and the students are doing very well. They make us proud as their leaders. You are welcome, and discipline is the key to being in this place. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Very well, honorable members. We go back to the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024. And I have a letter from the Honorable Masara mandating the Honorable Samuel Atandi to execute the same on his behalf. Honorable member, what is the problem? Narok. But we had already executed that. But given that you are already on your feet, I give you 1 minute. Please give the honorable member 1 minute.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me this opportunity to welcome to the premises of Parliament. Ololunga Secondary School is one of our top schools in the county and top performance in the academics life. The future leaders and the potential members of Parliament who are likely to come to this House in future and maybe to occupy very big offices. And I also like to extend my welcome to other schools which are seated in the gallery. And thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So we go back to business.
Clause 3.
Mover. I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Mover. Order, honorable member. I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Mover, are you the one who is dealing with this? Proceed. Give him the microphone.
Thank you, Chair. The amendments are committee amendments, so yeah, I'm rightfully the one who's supposed to move. So, Honorable Chair, Clause 3, I propose that Clause 3 should be considered as containing the order paper. And then the justification, Speaker, Honorable Chair, is a single unit established by the Commission dedicated to the mental well-being of the police officers will provide better and reasonably as required by the Article 6.3 of the Constitution. And the inclusion of the members of the service, as opposed to just police officers, will also cater for the civilian members of the service who are crucial to the work of the police. Equally, Chair, this, the amendment will ensure that, of course, also that there will be provision for clarity by providing for devolution of psychosocial units in our new subsection.
Very well. I now propose the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed by the mover. Yes, Honorable Undo.
Chair, I want to commend the committee, divisional headquarters, so that we have easy access to such services to enable us to deal with mental health issues among our disciplined forces. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
The Honorable Atandi.
Honorable Chair, I rise to agree with the amendments that have been proposed by the committee on behalf of Honorable Peter Masara. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will aye? Will as many as of conduct poll be part of the bill? Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the amendment in Clause 4 as contained to be considered as containing that the National Police Service Commission already provide counseling services to the members of the service.
I propose the question that Clause 4 be amended as proposed by the mover. There being no any interests in this, I now put the question that Clause 4 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I proceed now to put the question that Clause 4 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the amendment contain on behalf of the committee contained in Clause 2 be part of the bill. And justification, Chair, being this was meant to align the definition of terms psychosocial support with the definition provided by the United Nations Interagency Standing Committee, and it is clear.
I propose the question that Clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I proceed to put the question that Clause 2 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I propose be the title of the bill. I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that Clause 1 be part of the bill. There's no amendment. I proceed to put the question that Clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Very well, that's the end of it, and therefore I want to ask Honorable Tandi, on behalf of Honorable Masara, to report. Please facilitate Honorable Tandi with the necessary materials.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Now, honorable members, we are moving to the very last one. This is the computer misuse, cyber.
Clause 3.
Is the chair in the House? Very well and very ready.
Actually, I'd like to start by clause 2. I'd like to prosecute clause 2. Yes. So, Honorable
Order.
Chair.
If we are starting with the clause 2, then let me allow clause 2 to be called out. Honorable Chair, we shall consider clause 2 at the very end. But please approach the table so that we are just in tandem with what we are doing. Let them agree. Fine, fine. Very well, we shall begin all over again. So we may go.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. There's an amendment by the Honorable Dawood. Honorable Dawood.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I am also amending this. I am amending it further under Standing Order 48. The clause reads, will now read that the clause of the bill to be amended and further amended by deleting the proposed new paragraph JA and substituting therefore with the following new paragraph JA, the new JA, where it is proved that a website or application promotes unlawful activities activities, inappropriate sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism, issue a directive to render the website or application inaccessible. So I have further amended child abuse to read sexual content of a minor. Thank you, Chair.
Do you have any justification for that?
Yes. It's tidying up the clause, and it is also in a state of child abuse because I wanted to introduce the sexual content of a minor because child abuse is also dealt with under the Children's Act, so it's not only child abuse.
Very well. I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dawood. Okay, let me, will give the substantive chair later, so hold your horses. Let me go to Honorable Undo.
Chair, when we were in the committee of the, when we were doing the second reading, we cautioned, and I cautioned my good friend Aden, that he is preparing a rope that will hang him very soon, sooner than later, by including the word terrorism. Because we already have an Anti-Terrorism Act, now bringing terrorism here he is creating a rope and it will hang him very soon. Because, Honorable Speaker, any issue...
Order, Honorable Undo. You can still address your issue without threatening Honorable Dawood.
Okay, fine. Noted.
What is your point of order, Honorable Kaluma?
Honorable Speaker, listening to the Honorable Dr. Wilberforce, is he suggesting by any chance that Honorable Dawood is a terrorist?
Okay.
If he's doing so, he has to withdraw. You can't finish without clarifying.
Support the amendment that has been brought by the Honorable Aden Dawood, and for good reason. On the issue that is being raised by Honorable Oundo, it is to understand that in this new world, there are so many laws that shall be affected by the advancements in the emerging technologies that are not covered in substantive laws elsewhere. And so what we are doing is to make sure that we are treating the maladies that already exist, and we are seeing the effect of these maladies, because we do not legislate in vain, Mr. Chairman. And so this committee stands to support the amendment that has been brought here by Honorable Aden, and it was prosecuted at length. The matters you're hearing being brought up, Chairman, were prosecuted at the committee, and it was agreed that this is the way to go in light of the search and spin we did around all the other laws, and we saw what was missing, and that is what we seek to put in this clause 3. And so, Honorable Chair, the committee does support very much, Chair.
I think we have received enough of the few comments that we should receive. I proceed to put the question. I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dawood. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. No amendments. I now put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Mover. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, the proposal here is that clause 5 of the bill be amended in paragraph A by inserting the words email or immediately after the word or, and in paragraph B by inserting the words email or immediately after the word or. Honorable Chair, why we seek to do this? And I wish Honorable Undo could listen to this Honorable Chair, and you can protect me from the consultations.
Order, Honorable Undo.
What we are observing with the trends, Honorable Chair, is that fishing is becoming the order of the day. And what we are seeking to do here is to ensure that the phishing attacks which can be executed by use of hyperlinks that are embedded in multimedia messages or rich communications, we deal with that. Honorable Chair, today you're not only able to send a message as text only. Today you are able to send multimedia text, you are able to send rich text, and what we are seeking to do, Honorable Chair, is to avert these increasing incidences of phishing. And so, Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 5 be amended as appears on the order.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Chair.
And it is fishing with a PH.
Yes, the Honorable Zamzam.
Mheshimiwa Chair, kama alivyosema Mheshimiwa Kiare, ni kweli sio email peke yake ambayo yatumika sasa. Mtandao umepanuka na mtu aweza kutuma message kubwa kubwa na ikaweza kuaffect watu. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Chair, na mimi naweza kusupport, na usisumbuliwe Daudi, uko sawa kabisa. Siku hizi tuko terrorize in a definition. Kwa hiyo hata hiyo ambayo
by the Chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? That clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion clause 6 be part of the bill? Chair.
Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 6, by inserting the following: person has been convicted of an offense related to the promotion of unlawful activity using a computer system, website, or digital device in contravention of these acts from the and cultism, or 1, an order for removal of the content or materials from the computer system, website, or digital device, an order for closure or deactivation of the computer system, website, or digital device, or such orders as may be necessary. Honorable Chair, every member will agree with us that these should actually have existed in the Mother Act when it was written. The incidences of inappropriate sexual content, unlawful activities, sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism, this very important law, the Computer Misuse and Cyber Act, but into the field of attack using these devices in the manner that I described. I thank you, Honorable Chair, and we shall be saving a lot of agony to the people that we represent by just making.
The Honorable Dawood had. Okay, but let's prosecute this one first. So you will hold your horses, Honorable Dawood. I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. I take it again. I now propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, I hear yes, the Honorable Lachi.
Thank you, Chair. I know I've been trying. I really wanted clause 3, but it is part of the same. And I want to first support and just say many complaints. And when you look at our PR that has come from the EU, you realize we are facing a lot of child abuse in terms of sexual and pornography. And so this comes in now to cure that challenge that they have been telling us that we have. So I want to thank the chair and to tell him. The other thing is this issue of somebody just picking your words and then just taking your photo without even saying the words you've been saying and just put other words on your photo. I'm hoping this will cure that also. So, Mr. Chair, we just want to say there are lots to be fed into this, and then we need to bring out the meaningful so that even when somebody knows what we are saying, does not just look at the word, but must get the meaning of what we mean with these words. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, the Chair.
Honorable Chair, I stand to support this particular amendment. Honorable Chair, if there is anything that this law will do to us as a people is protect our dignity. Because many times, members of parliament, executives in the Kenyans are attacked in the social media. In most cases, they have absolutely no dealing with whatever is present. Gives us that cushion. It will protect many people in this country. Honorable Chair, I support.
The Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi nataka kuunga mkono kipengee hichi Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu utapata mtandao watu wamekuwa wakitumia vibaya. Atachukua picha ya Mama Zamzam na maandishi yake ama yale maneno ambayo niliyazungumza, anayapunguza vingine tofauti ili kuweza kunidhuru Mheshimiwa Spika. Na mimi nataka hii iende kwa wale ambao wanatumia mitandao. Wajue leo tunatunga sheria, watu wengi wameenda wamejiua, wamejifanya vibaya kwa sababu mtu kuchukua advantage na kuweza kuposti vitu ambavyo haviko sawa Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo mimi na support na unga mkono, na wajue sasa sheria imetoka. Kila mtu afanye adabu yake kwenye mtandao. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Honorable members, I now put the question that be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Dawood had an amendment of this, but you are withdrawing. Just go on record.
Yeah, Chair, I'm dropping the amendment. I will go with the one of the chairman.
I now put the question that clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many other counter opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Chair.
Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 2 of the bill be amended. A, in paragraph hitting the word or appearing immediately, and B, in paragraph B, by hitting the word password immediately after the word address in the definition of the term identity theft, deleting of the computer misuse refers to the unauthorized use, modification, or access to a computer system, program, or data, and cybercrime refers to an offense committed through the use of information and communication technology to target networks, systems, data, websites, or technology, or to facilitate a crime. And Honorable Chair, these definitions are important. You're realizing that this space and legislation has to catch up with all the developments in this space, the emerging technology space. And so, the word or appearing immediately. Secondly, the inclusion of the word password in the definition of identity theft is necessary, Honorable Chair, as a password is considered a personal data that is linked to an identifiable person, and since it is used to access a person's personal account or information. And this does speak again on seeks to steal your identity and to on an unauthorized SIM card swap. So, Honorable Chair, these are straightforward because they're just definitions, and I pray the House would agree with me. Finally, Honorable Chair, I still have the floor. Let me use this very premium stage to appeal to our colleagues who are keen to see us tidy up this space, especially in the judiciary, that this piece of legislation is a critical piece of legislation. The computer misuse and cybercrime. Honorable Chair, when we formulated this law in 2019, we ran into a lot of troubles with our courts, Mr. Chairman. Ultimately, the same courts that were having a problem with this law ended up in the problems that we were trying to resolve after they had suspended some clauses. So, Honorable Chair, we are moving these new amendments in very good faith because we know it would assist not only the citizens, not only the people who are serving in places like where judicial officers serve, but everybody, Mr. Speaker. So this is done to just catch up with the changes in the emerging technologies, and allow me to congratulate Honorable Aden for such a judicious job he has done in combing through the Cybercrime Act and proposing such good amendments that fortify this very useful piece of legislation. I thank you, Honorable Chair.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, the Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi pia niweze kuunga mkono especially clause 6 ambayo hapa kuna mambo ya swim swap. Mheshimiwa Spika, kuna watu hata wamepelekwa katika vituo vya polisi.
Honorable Zamzam,
Mheshimiwa Spika.
Order, Honorable Zamzam. We are on clause 2.
We are in clause 2.
Very well. Proceed on clause 2.
Okay. Mheshimiwa Spika, cybercrime imekuwa ikiendelea sana katika taifa hili. Na niweze kumwambia ndugu yangu Daudi na Kiare, kama kuna kitu kizuri mmefanyia wananchi wa Kenya ni kuleta huu mswada wa kuweza kuweka marekebisho katika matumizi mabaya ya mtandao. Mheshimiwa Chair, Wakenya wengi wanahangaika na mambo haya. Mtu hata akienda kushtaki anaambiwa hakuna sheria ambayo imetimilizika kuweza kuwachukulia hatua. Kwa hiyo hino sheria clause 2, mimi nataka nikupongeze sana Kiare na ndugu yangu Daudi. Hii itaweza kuweka Kenya inyoroshwe, manake watu walitumia ile freedom of speech, mtu kuweza kumtatiza mwananchi mwenzake vile anavyotaka, kumwekea mambo ambayo hana, wengine wanachukuliwa uchi wanawekwa kwenye mtandao, waunganishwa na sura za watu wengine. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, hii itaweza kuiweka jamii ya kile tukiwa na heshima. Mheshimiwa Spika, asante sana.
Asante sana Honorable Undo.
Chair, while it's laudable for these amendments, But I think we are being overreactionary. And as I've always told the young people, if you don't have thick skins, if you don't have enough shock absorbers, if you don't have a big heart, then don't join public service. Don't join public space. Because whichever way, you'll be ridiculed, either in person, in social media, all over. It's normal life. It's normal life for a particular politician or a person in public space. But I totally agree, there must be some kind of decorum, some kind of respect. Put some bit of, but we should not be too restrictive. Don't fear, Zamzam. If they show your beautiful face, we allow. Don't punish little small boys and girls. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
May we hear from Honorable Achi?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, while I listen to Prof, I want to allow the Chair and to tell you, you realize the challenges we are going to go through because of our visas. And one of the things that is going to hurt Kenya, as much as we are laughing, and this is going to cure, because what all embassies are doing, Chair, is they're just looking at it, looking at all your social media, but they might find our Chair must be of Beatrice Elachi. The third, you don't need that SIM card, because 2 SIM cards are enough. And if you have SIM cards, then you pay. For must be the person who is owning that SIM card. Thank you, Chair.
There was another interest, or it died out. Okay. Mzee Kazi, Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, civility in the management of our public affairs is not a sign of cowardice. I want to commend the chair of ICT committee and my colleague, the Honorable Aden, for thinking out of the box. Because the reason why the people of Kenya have decided for now for us to be their leaders is to provide guidance, to provide leadership without fear, without favor, and without abrogating their rights. The reason why they are today, you can do anything. Issues that even threaten our sovereignty, our security, the very fabric of our society. And yet, we want to remain an independent public, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is not punitive. This is just guidance. You are being told, follow the procedures. You are being told, respect the due process. You are being told, don't be too abusive. And there's nothing better than we can do for doing this. And my only solace to those who will be using this, hoping that the president is going to assent to this, you are being guided positively, because, you see, there are certain things that you must do at certain stage actually in your life. When you are a young person, there are certain things that you must always be concerned with. But a time will come when retrospectively you will say, I wish I was told. I wish this happened. And because the world now is becoming a global village, I think the best we can do right now is to offer legislative guidance in the use of, and I think what we are doing is the right thing. There's nothing to fear. Go on, and I hope and pray that once we pass this, the president is going to assent to this, and this will offer proper guidance to those who want to use this facility.
Honorable Chair, it could not have been said better than how our ranking member put it in terms of civility. But to rebuttal what Honorable Professor Undo, the Honorable Member for Dagoretti South, and even what has been said by our ranking member, these are things that we might need to consider, Honorable Chair. One, in these amendments, we were so restrained to ensure that we are not going above board in terms of tidying up our law. Secondly, the need for it, knowing that Professor Undo is a scientist, he would appreciate that out of the biggest users of OpenAI, and especially ChatGPT, and all the other risks that come with that. Secondly, globally, the time people are spending online, on average, is around 2 hours, 13 minutes. But in Kenya, the average is around 4 hours, 12 minutes. Meaning that if hours, there are Kenyans who spend half of their day on social media with all the incumbent risks.
Make it short.
Thirdly, and very most importantly, for the figures that a professor would understand, the concern on misinformation globally is 10%. But in Kenya, the concern on nation is at 83%. How more pervasive would we allow our society to be? That out of 10 posts that you see, chances are that 8.3 of them are fake, misinformation, malinformation, disinformation, or toxic. So, Honorable Chair, I think we are well in our place to fortify our laws.
To put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Question that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. I now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover, do the reporting.
Honorable Chairman, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Very well, we are done. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the President's recommendations to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments, therefore deleting all substantive clauses of the bill.
The mover to move agreement with the report.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House agree with the committee in the said report. I also request Honorable Professor Ondo to second the motion for agreement of the committee of the whole House.
Honorable Wilberforce Ondo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. In the mood of the House that I put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Yeah, honorable members, I hope the House understands the import of that resolution. Just for the record, it means that the House, having agreed with the President's recommendations to the Cabinet, to the Cancer Prevention Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, that bill is lost because you essentially deleted all its clauses. So that should be on record. Shall we go next? Yeah, the chairperson to report to the House with regard to the computer misuse bill.
Very well, Honorable Speaker. I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover to move agreement with the report.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I also request Honorable Kiarie, Chairperson of the ICT Committee, to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Kiarie, John.
Honorable Speaker, I do second. Thank you very much.
Yeah, honorable members, I put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Did I propose the question or I put? I proposed. For the avoidance of doubt, I want to repeat what we did, just to be sure. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Is it the mood of the House that I put the question? Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The mover to move third reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, be now read a third time. I also request Honorable Kiarie to second.
Honorable John Kiarie.
Honorable Speaker, this is an amazing job that the House has done this afternoon. We all know the history of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Law, starting in 2019, when this House it went through a lot of speed bumps, especially in the courts of justice, in the judiciary. And Mr. Speaker, you being a person who understands how that side of the government works, you know that there are some individuals in judiciary who are regretting some of the actions that they had taken on this act. So what we have done this afternoon is to fortify a very important piece of legislation as country is dealing with emerging technologies and how they can be used not for negativity, but for productivity. We've got amazing minds in Kenya. We've got people who can code. We've got great developers. We've got young people who are graduating in engineering, in cybercrime, and all these efforts of rolling out backbone fiber, rolling out connectivity, rolling out last mile connectivity. For us to be able to have good space in the interwebs, it is good to have laws and frameworks. So, Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, be now read a third time. The Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi niweze kuchukua fursa hii kuweza kupongeza kamati andalizi ambao wameshughulikia masuala ya cybercrime ama utumizi mbaya wa mtandao. Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni dhahiri dunia ya sasa mambo yanaenda ndivyo sivyo, na hasa katika taifa letu tumeona mtandao ukitumiwa vibaya na ikawa hakuna sheria ambayo inaweza ikawekwa kuwa kuchukuliwa hatua wale wanaotumia mtandao mbaya. Mheshimiwa Spika, tumeona mpaka viongozi wanawekwa kwenye majeneza. Tumeona watu, mama ya mtu anawekwa uchi kwenye mtandao. Tumeona mambo mazito sana yakifanywa watu. Mheshimiwa, watu wanachukua uhai wake kwa kuona kuwa ameaibika, amedhalilika kwenye mtandao. Mheshimiwa Spika, na kuna wengine pia anatumia hii sim card, ana sim card karibu 60, anatukana na hii, akitoka anachukua hii, anachukua hii, kwa sababu anajua hakuna sheria ambayo inaweza ikampin down na yeye kuchukuliwa hatua. Mheshimiwa Spika, taifa la Kenya lazima liongozwe kwenye mazingira ambayo mtu ndiyo ana haki ya kutoa ile mazungumzo yake ama freedom of speech. Tumie vibaya kumdhalilisha Mkenya mwenzake. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi kama mama Mombasa, mimi nataka kusema kuwa napongeza sana kwa sababu watu wengi sana wamedhalilika. Sisi wenyewe hata wabunge tunatukanwa usiku na mchana. Kama umenichagua kama kiongozi wako na unaona mimi pengine sijakufaa, ngoja siku ya kura ikifika uende kwa debe ukaniondoe kwenye kura. Lakini kutumia mtandao kuweza kunidhalilisha, mimi ni mama ya mtu, mimi ni mzazi, mimi ni Mkenya kama wewe, unaenda unatoa vitu ambavyo haviko, unasambaza habari. Jamani, kama kuna mtu ana furaha siku ya leo, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni Mama Zamzam. Manake Mombasa ilikuwa imeanza kudorora, Mheshimiwa Spika. Watoto wameharibika, wanatumiwa na wapinzani, wanakuja wanaweka habari ambazo sizo za sawa, lakini ukienda kushtaki, jaji anakuambia hakuna sheria ambayo za kunifanya mimi nichukue hatua. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nataka kusema akili kama za Kiare, akili kama za ndugu yetu Daudi, ndio akili zinatakikana katika hii taifa. Watoto sisi tumewapeleka makanisani na tunaabudu nao ili wao watoto ambao wako straight. Kama una shida na kiongozi, ngojea baadaye yako. Una shida na mtu yoyote, wewe ngoja mambo usuluhishe kisawa kuliko kumweka kwenye mitandao na kutumia mbinu tofauti tofauti kumtukana. Asante.
The Honorable Beatrice Elachi.
Yes, it's third reading. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are all here saying we put the question. But today I want to thank my chair, Kiari, and Daoud. Mr. Speaker, you realize what we have gone through. You know, sometimes we do it, but we forget the effects that this thing has had. Today, when you look at our Kenyan in Tanzania, I think they salute you today because of the pain they have gone through. And I know they're going to go through a lot of pain even after those elections. So let us not just take it very lightly. They have gone through pain. They even ask us, some even call us, you want to tell us in our country, we can't just put in a law that will respect everyone's space. You know, the biggest challenge of all this is when someone infringes in your private space and then now takes advantage for that private space. And I think that is what we are curing, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, it is important as leaders sometimes face the hardest battle, but deal with it. I remember, Mr. Speaker, on Sunday, Pastor Rocky of Mavuno said that what you meditate on is what will be your tomorrow's mindset. What we are trying to avoid is what our children will meditate on because this space is just direct to them. And tomorrow's mindset will now start thinking. It will start thinking when someone comes on the social media and speaks and you wonder whether he's still in this country called Kenya and he's a foreigner and he takes advantage of everything. So, Mr. Speaker, as I finalize, I want to say thank you for us being bold enough. The ones who remained in this house, we've been bold enough to face this and say enough is enough. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Undo, what is burning?
I just want to put a point. Indeed, let me commend Daoud. Many times members prepare bills, but to get to this level, sometimes it's a Herculean task. It's a long, rigorous process, and we should encourage as many members as possible to bring as many bills as possible so that we improve on the existing laws, we fill in the missing gaps, so that we have a progressive society. I just wish to also commend that we seem to believe category of people is for the safety of some leaders, probably people in public space. But we should try also as much as possible as Chair Speaker.
Honorable Undo, why are you imputing belief on members?
No, I'm just saying, Honorable Speaker, people in public space are not only here. They're in government, they're in the executive, they're in the judiciary, they're church
Honorable
leaders.
Kainan is on a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, Dr. Oundo was trying to insinuate. This is a deliberative house. This bill has gone through all the stages. Actually, what you have done right now is a favor. We should have concluded this bill long ago. Towards the tail end, casting aspersions on the integrity, the mindset of all the members who have participated in this bill in all the stages, in my opinion, is not acceptable. Will I be right, Mr. Speaker, to ask the Honorable Dr. Oundo to apologize, to withdraw, apologize, because we are not here to waste our time. We are here to legislate and pass a bill that in our minds, we think will add value. If he doesn't believe in it, he has the right to vote against it. If he doesn't believe in it, he has had all the time actually to participate in the debate. But towards the tail end, casting aspersion, and for those of us who are here, for those of us who are participating in this bill, is unacceptable. Can he withdraw, apologize, so that we can move to the next stage?
Honorable Oundo, you will withdraw the motion which imputes a belief only. Say, not even
cross my mind. In respect to what probably members think I imputed the wrong motive, it was never my intention in this country. I mean creativity. We just hope when the law comes into effect and the courts are called upon to interpret, they will interpret broadly to advance creativity, to advance just. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Members, would I now put the question? No, Honorable Mboko Milemba, the question will be put while you are silent. Honorable members have confirmed the House as the requisite quorum for purposes of making a decision. And I therefore put the question, which is that the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, be now read a third time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, Cap 79C, and for connected purposes.
Thank you, honorable members. Would the chairperson, in respect of the President's recommendations to the Wildlife Conservation Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, now report to the House?
Very well, Honorable Speaker. I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the President's recommendations to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I also request Honorable Zamzam to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the whole House.
Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi naunga mkono Committee of the whole House kupitisha marekebisho ya mswada huu. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Is the mood of the House that I put the question? Honorable members, I now proceed to put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. The ayes have it. the chairperson in the matter of the National Police Service Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, to report to the House.
I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, and approved the same with amendments.
The Honorable Samuel Atandi on behalf of the report.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move to agree with the committee in the said report. I also request the Honorable Kainan, the Member of Parliament for Elders, to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
The Honorable Adan Kainan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. The Honorable Joseph Dena wants to speak to this. Absent. The Honorable Dr. John Mutunga, you want to speak to this? Is it therefore the mood of the House that I put the question? Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The mover of the bill to move third reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the National Police Service, Honorable Speaker, the mental well-being of police, which concerns all of us. And because the police officers work in very, very difficult environment, we did not have a law to ensure that we take care of their mental issues. And so, Honorable Speaker, this piece of law is really going to help. It's really going to help us, manage the mental challenges that are facing the police officers across the country. Honorable Speaker, you are aware that there are many instances where police officers have misused their weapon of trade, the gun. Sometimes they have used the guns on their bosses, or they have used the guns on innocent Kenyans. And if you check, Honorable Speaker, in most cases, there are instances of mental challenges by those officers. So he's giving us a framework that is going to help us identify those police officers and be able to help them manage their mental challenges. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to commend Honorable Masara for this, and also commend the committee that looked at this bill. Honorable Speaker, I would like to request Honorable Kainan to second.
The Honorable Adan Kainan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a good bill. It injects professionalism. It enhances and accountability within the policing sector, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it also addresses public concern on police misconduct, corruption, and abuse of power, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it also clarifies the National Police Service mandate in relation to other security agencies. And therefore, this is a critical bill, and therefore, I want to commend the Honorable Masara and other groups who have gone through it diligently in order to ensure that the law is applied properly, effectively, so that our police officers, in particular, the security sector is a very sensitive sector of our society, and therefore, their work, their day-to-day activities must be treated with all the professionalism it requires, and therefore, as they take care of our security, we must also take care of their welfare. And this is what a decent society expected to undertake. And therefore, I support and second this, Mr. Speaker, again.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, be now read a third time. Honorable Beatrice Elachi wanted to speak to this. Is it the mood of the House that I put the question? Yeah, honorable members have confirmed the House is properly constituted for purposes of making decision. I therefore put the question, which is that the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2023, I will read again. I therefore put the question